Welcome back. I am actually going to show you how to finish off the tiramisu. So now that we have cooled completely our custard from earlier, so just come and have a good look at this so you can see what it's like. Super smooth and creamy and just a nice consistency. To that, we're going to add 475 grams of mascarpone. So that, I'm going to just dump the whole container in. There we go. And then we're going to give this a nice whisk so that it's also smooth. Sorry, dumping stuff all over the place. Something really cool about this custard recipe, if you cool it on the stove top and whisk it every, like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so while it's cooling, it'll stop it from getting the kind of skim on the top of it. And then if you put it in the freezer and then continue to just open your freezer and whisk it every 15 minutes or so, it actually makes vanilla ice cream. So it's a super versatile custard recipe. And it's the same recipe that I use to make my creme brulee and my creme caramel. So once you whisk all that together, you want to make sure it's also smooth. Takes a little bit of whisking here. It takes a little arm strength. Okay, so once you have that done, sorry, I'm just going to slip over here to the sink. Once you have that done, in here I have 1 cup of whipping cream, whipped till it's nice and thick and fluffy, and then to that I added a tablespoon of espresso, and I'm going to slowly fold that in. Sorry, I'm going to get rid of my dirties here. I'm going to slowly fold that in to my custard mixture, just a little at a time, because we want to keep that pillowy softness of the whipping cream. So just give that some nice slow turns. Then we can add the rest of the whipping cream. The thing I like most about the tiramisu is that it's so light and fluffy, and there's only half a cup of sugar added to the whole recipe. I like desserts that aren't too sweet. That's why I probably pick a lot of desserts that are custardy in nature, because they're nice. They're a rich, heavy dessert without being too sugary. Okay, so once you have that folded in, you're going to set it aside, and now we are ready to start building. So in this dish right here, I actually have a couple of shots of really strong espresso and a good shot of Grand Marnier. Now we're going to take these lovely Ladyfingers. No, I don't make my own. I just buy a package because it's way easier. And we're just going to quickly dip them in the coffee mixture. You don't want to soak them because then your tiramisu is going to be too wet. Because after you soak these, and then once you get the cream settled on top, the cream is going to soak into the cookie and make them nice and soft, firm up the cake a little bit, and then you don't end up with a lot of excess moisture. So 1 cookie at a time. Just a quick dip in the coffee and Grand Marnier mixture. And then you're going to just layer them one layer deep in the bottom of the pan, like so. Now, Ladyfingers are a really firm Italian cookie. So when you soak them in the coffee and the liqueur, they soften up so nicely and they can hold up to absorbing all of the moisture so that you end up with kind of a firm cake. And you're just gonna layer them in the bottom like so. I almost forgot what I was doing. So I just want to give a couple of shout outs. So I know that I have a new follower. Her name is Laura Sowerby and she works at my local Sobeys. She's so friendly and her customer service is amazing. And yeah, I went to Sobeys today to pick up my supplies to make this dessert. Was hoping I would be able to connect with her, and I saw her working, but unfortunately during these COVID times they make you follow certain lines, so I couldn't see her and say hello. So I'm just having a quick hello to Laura. And also I know that Doug commented the other night too on my tiramisu recommendation. So I hope you're enjoying this video. So if you find that they don't quite fit, you can break the cookie. We're going to break this one too. I want these to fit nicely in the bottom. Not too much space to be had. You want them to fit in as snugly as they can. And there's nothing wrong with making them fit. Okay, so I think that's about as tightly packed as we can get that layer. Sorry, I'm just gonna wash my hands real quick. So now that we have that first layer of Ladyfingers in, we are going to layer over the top some of that custard and mascarpone cream. You want to smooth that nicely over the layer of Ladyfingers. So you want to try and get a nice even layer. Feel free to move your pan around so that you can smooth out right to the corners. So now you have that first layer on. What you're going to do is you're going to continue dipping the Ladyfingers. Sorry, I got to open another package here. Continue dipping the Ladyfingers and starting a whole brand new layer. Okay, so I'm going to continue to layer these Ladyfingers in. You're going to put another row in. And then you're going to continue with another layer of the cream and mascarpone mixture. Then you're going to finish it off with a beautiful dusting of cocoa powder. So if you want to come back at the end, I will show you how to finish it off. Talk to you later. Bye.